Okay, it says live, so I'm going to assume it's live. Okay, good. Thanks for the thumbs up, Drake. Okay, well, it's the 9th of December, 2014, 9:56, and I just wanted to make another little video for you girls. And today is a day of great celebration for me, and had some exceedingly good news about the business. And so H3O Aquatics, or a lot of people like to call it H3O, was able to make a connection in with a school, and it's called Siegel High School. And Siegel is approximately 2,000 student high school in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. It's one of about 6, about that size. And we got to meet a Mrs. Brown, and Mrs. Brown is the high school DECA teacher at the school, and has helped them get into a lot of video work, and has a little video production place there. It's pretty cool. It's some people say it's the wealthiest school in town, but we just got connected with them first. Excuse me. So what we're doing with the school is I'm setting up a scholarship program for them, and what I'm going to do is put out $20,000 worth of scholarships that students get if they help me build the business. And so what we do is we're trying to market a healthy lifestyle program, which includes our thing, which is warm water volleyball, but also bicycling, walking, and canoeing and such like that. So what we're trying to do is give the scholarships to students who help us build this healthy lifestyle program for high school kids. And so, as you know, the DECA is the marketing people for the school. So it's a good group if you want to reach out and get yourself marketed with different ideas. So Mrs. Brown has been teaching for quite a while, and so she's very well respected. So she's a little heavy, and so she's very interested in the facility. She's come over, and she's been using it about every other day, and bringing her son in. And her son's also, a little heavy, maybe about 10 years old, I think. And so he went over, and in the hallway in the building, there's sort of a wall of gratitude, achievement, chance to throw somebody a big thank you, a chance to brag about what you're doing, sort of a message board for different things coming up. We painted some of the, I got Michael to paint with blackboard paint on to cover the walls, and so it's turned out to be a big hit. So Mrs. Brown's son was looking at the wall, and people talking about how positive and special and inclusive of everybody, and how they felt welcomed and comfortable here, whether they could walk good or not, or heavy or not, more likely. So the way that works is he just looked at it and said, "Mom, this sounds like the kind of place where I could actually go exercise and other kids wouldn't make fun of me." And like most moms, brought a tear to her eye, and she realized more than just watching the videos how special the effect being at H3O had on her son. Now, we really try hard, girls, to create a positive, supporting, uplifting, nurturing sort of environment that helps people feel that there's time, that our staff has time to listen to them. And so everybody really appreciates that. Excuse me, I just had an apple and evidently it's not wanting to go right. So the environment there is wonderful, and if you're to go to h3oaquatics.com or facebook.murfreesboro/Murfreesboro H3O Aquatics and see some of the cool videos, one of the things that folks talk about is how it is really a special environment.
Yeah, he's still pretty bad.
It's important for somebody, and so one of the ladies was speaking on the video, and she's got some issues with her spinal cord, and has had numerous surgeries, and so she hasn't walked in years, but she's been doing water aerobics for, she said, 14 years because it really helps her. And so she feels like the warm water works better. Plus, she just loves the underwater treadmills. So she's saying that one of the things she really likes about the facility is that it really matters that people are encouraging. People are really interested in you as a person. People are genuinely glad to see you when you come back and try to help you see how special you are. And so she really appreciates that. So it's a kind of place where somebody who may not be treated real well at other places can be treated very well. And I like that. I like that even if you're, we had somebody come in the other day who was 325 pounds. And, he felt comfortable and was glad. He was came in with some lady who's very large, and so she helped him feel comfortable. But he's getting in there, and he's going to try to work on it and try to get some time to come in and really try to help him lose some weight. So it's nice that somebody like that who had trouble getting from the church to his car back and forth, and so that's kind of nice. And we had somebody come in the other day who weighed a lot more than he did, who actually more than maxed out our scale. So we deal with a lot of big people. We don't say we have obese individuals or morbidly obese. We just have heavy people. We just rather call them people than somebody with morbid obesity. So we try to be very respectful. Everybody appreciates the fact that we highlight and encourage modesty, and that we respect people's privacy, that we have separate private bathrooms off the pool rooms, so that people actually don't have to go to another room or don't have to go out in the hallway, and encourage people to wear a t-shirt or whatever their regular swim attire is, whether you're a man or a woman. We'd like you to put on at least a sleeveless t-shirt just to cover up, try to make it a little bit easier for folks to focus on the volleyball game and not what's jiggling, whether it's belly or otherwise. And so it's just it's something that we think will help heavy people feel comfortable. And so we have a very definite outreach to heavy people, and we're trying to make this a place that's that we don't single people out or judge them.
That's confusing.
Furthermore, we go beyond that and say that what we'd really like to do is be a place where these people feel comfortable. And we're talking people that have basically never felt comfortable in the gym in their life. So, that's a good thing. And they really appreciate what we're doing. And so a bunch of the volunteers are people. who use the facility. So anyway, I was telling you about, or starting to tell you, well, something about what a good day I had. And so, what a good day the business had, which is pretty well tied up with me, uh, some form or another. So we've been working with this lady, Miss Brown, and she's been bringing her son, and that's been working out really well. So asked her to bring her DECA class, or DECA club, and have their Christmas party at H3O. And she agreed. So she's on the 11th. She's going to come bring in something like 25 students, a track coach, some other faculty and whatnot. And the following Tuesday or Wednesday, she's put a sign-up sheet. I guess you know more than I do if they have a teacher's lounge or not. But they get together, and so they put a list up, and so I think there's going to be like 25 teachers come. And so the principal came into the office. So Michael went over there today, and so he's going to be working with the DECA students on Thursday after school. But she couldn't wait. She's so excited about what we're doing. She brought Michael in to talk to all the students. So we had 2 students immediately say that they want to become an intern and get involved. In fact, they were going to do it immediately after school, which is great. And 2 other people wanted to get into marketing. And I'm not sure whether it's a class project or it's an internship, but for us it's people that are motivated, that want to help. And we can always use those. And so it's one of those things that it's kind of nice because the people who are working for free actually think they're getting a great deal, and that's that's a great deal. So, because Michael doesn't have any employees yet, he just has lines which are independent contractors, such as physical therapists, physical therapy assistants, and personal trainers who sort of specialize in spinal cord injuries. Sorry if I'm blinking, but last night I had an opportunity to work on some stuff for Michael's presentation today. So I worked on a document. It's what I do for a living, is I spend hours and hours going over a document. I started it maybe 8 o'clock and worked on the steady, didn't do anything else, have a shower, grabbed a quick munchie, and so at 3 o'clock I was done, and yet it was just a 1-page document. And so I spend an inordinate amount of time on small documents, but the document was clear, said what we wanted to say, and got rave reviews from the people who read it. So I take that as a hit. I take that as a big yes. So that's nice. It works well for me. So Miss Siegel, Mrs. yeah. Sorry about that. She's not Miss Siegel. That's the high school. So what she's doing is Mrs. Brown is getting us into all the DECA clubs at the other high schools. So she's talked to the other teachers, and they're going to bring their students over for a Christmas party with their whole club. Many of them are going to be after Christmas because it's kind of late to try to get something together for Christmas. So I had an opportunity to work on this document, and I really wanted it to be the best possible document. So I kept polishing, adding something, deleting something, changing the amounts, changing all kinds of stuff. So I keep reading it and reviewing and think about what I'm trying to say and rework the words. Want to keep it at 1 page. Sort of have to limit myself because given half a chance, it'd be 2 pages. But I thought it more appropriate to do 1. So Michael is going to go meet with, I don't know, who knows how many dozens of potential interns and high school students and other teachers, and she was going to get to share this information. I just wanted to be as professional as possible. And I think it says a lot about our company that people really appreciate how tight and right we get with all our documents. I'm sure you don't know this, but I was 1 class away from being able to be an English major. My major in college was biology, and I had, I think, double the amount of classes necessary to get it to be a biology major because I was really wanting to learn so much before I went to med school. But I was a chemistry minor because basically you have to take, in order to get my undergraduate degree, you have to take a year of general chemistry and a year of organic chemistry. So basically, if I took one other biochemistry class, I got a minor in biochemistry. Chemistry's never been my strong suit. I have an appreciation of it, just not a desire to work with it. Sorry. So it's worked out real well as far as Mrs. Brown, and so she's going to be bringing her son and doing that. She's going to be bringing her class in 2 days, and in about a week she's going to be bringing a whole bunch of faculty. And I think as a result of today's notice about the scholarship, I think it'll get quite a bit more attention. I would imagine so. One of the things is the faculty at Siegel get to decide who wins the award. So we tried to, what I did in the document is I tried to think of all the different things that are relevant, that could be important for them, so that we tried to really consider, is there something we can do for them that doesn't really cost us a lot of either time or money that lets them feel more comfortable with the deal. So I sit and I think about all the aspects of the deal, and I think about what would work, or at least what I think would work. Then I try to figure out, and I try to figure out what's important in this. So we basically try to throw them a few bones about this and that. We don't put our name on the scholarship, which is kind of unusual. Most people who donate 5 figures actually, there's a lot of people who give out $1,000 a year, and they actually have a name for that scholarship. So I'm wanting it to go fly under the radar, as it's not all about, let's go trumpet about H3 aquatics. I want it to be more like, we want to trumpet the fact that people are getting healthy. We want to keep the focus on that. And if we can keep the focus on that, we're in good shape. And so today was one of those days when you keep the focus on all the people, and what happens is that suddenly your relationship with them gets better. Suddenly you become a little bit less interested in telling anyone who would listen about your life. And instead, it's somebody who, doesn't have the family life, doesn't have whatever, but still has a great life. And so it's, that's a separate topic about what is a great life. But the deal today was, it was just wonderful, because Ms. Brown wants to help get her students to help market this program of the warm water volleyball to every student in the high school. So I thought about it, and I was like, okay, Grace and Faith. I love saying those names. Grace Lily, Faith Rose. I actually thought, okay, what can I do to make their experience better? So why don't I get some folks to watch the students' videos? They'll do a video, and we're trying to teach them interviewing skills. So they get to either come to H3O, and we'll um, set them up with a video camera and a tripod, and let them go interview another student about what was their experience playing warm water volleyball. Do it one-on-one, do it one-on-three. And so do the same thing. Let yourself be interviewed. And then we're going to look at your videos and say, here's where you weren't too convincing, or here's when you seemed a little upset, and maybe you could try this. And so the idea would be to take my friend Lewis, my landlord and good friend John, his daughter Jennifer, his sister Jennifer as well, who lives in Canada, and me, and all of us watch these interview videos. Well, you know how teachers, they can't really be too rough with students. We can just say we're anonymous judges and we're going to provide this information to you. And what we want to do is, from the start of the semester to the end of the semester, we want you to learn to be comfortable videoing. We want you to learn to be comfortable editing. We want you to take information we're giving you and put it in a financial spreadsheet. Give us a readout of where we are. Learn how to use all the balls. Learn how to use all the bells and whistles of Excel, so that you can create charts and graphs and do that kind of stuff. That light's a little bright in my eyes. So the idea is, can we actually help you guys figure out to do marketing? Can you make, from all the video that you've shot, can you make a great marketing video? Can you get with a small group of people that will all share what they videoed and their interview questions? And so can you, as an individual, as a small group, create a great marketing YouTube video, however long you want it to be? Well, Ms. Brown's loving that all of a sudden it's just not her teaching, but it would be a whole bunch of other people also watching the interviews and giving them their feedback. And that the students are excited because everybody knows interviewing's an important skill. Not too many people really have that much experience in it. So, that's sort of an interesting thing. So it's something we can do for the other side that doesn't cost us anything. And so I can enlist the help of some friends who say, sure, I'll watch some, and I'll just either type back or voice message back some information about what I thought I liked and I didn't like. Now maybe that we can use Google Chat the way, or Google Hangouts, the way I'm getting to do now, so that we could have several people on the call, student come on, and we'd show the student the videos that they made or they submitted. Students can interview as much as they want, record as much as they want, but we want them to submit, either a 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute video of their interviewing skills. So we know the time limit that we're willing to give for this. So the idea is, can we then take this sort of process? So much of what we're doing is different processes. So can we take and control the process and make it work for the people who use the facility? We hope so. Anyway, girls, I'm excited because of the business tonight. Mrs. Brown really wants to help us market this throughout the town. She's going to make sure that every school gets a league going, and everybody, she wants to reach out to the middle schools, and we've already had an elementary school principal come by and say that, he'd really like to get involved in this. So, you know how schools are, they always take a while. It's just sort of a rule that want something done, you should ask a year ahead of time or whatever. So the idea is we're getting in with the schools. They're seeing the kind of people we are. They're seeing our name, H3O Aquatics, improve health, support healing, and offer hope as our opportunity, as our outreach using warm water aquatics. And that we're this aquatic medical rehabilitation center, therapeutic exercise center, and we have a real special interest in working with post 9/11 veterans as well as other veterans. So it's one of those things where it's our mission to do some of this stuff. So to help heavy people, to help people who are in pain come off their meds, to help people who had never been able to lose the baby weight or ever get themselves back together after a automobile accident or whatnot, to try to reach out and help these people. So it's we're not selling widgets. It's a very definite one-on-one approach to how we do this. And a lot of people like that. A lot of people really think that we've got something special and they appreciate it. And so that's kind of a nice thing for us. I rather like it that everybody else likes it this much. So it's just really encouraging for me to see that this is what it is. So my point was, one of the points I want to make is that you guys have supported me all the way along emotionally, and you guys are continuing to support me. And so part of all the feelings that are occurring there are ones. Yeah, just toasted, so we
okay.
We can cut it. It's gone well. It's gone well.
Everybody?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Everybody
so it went well.
So
I'm going to redo the lights next time.
Okay.
Lights. So
I'm going to go ahead and cut it off so we don't have to listen to that.